Welcome back to the channel. It's been a while since I've actually done a video. I think it's been since about November. So I wasn't really expecting anything. I didn't really have anything planned. I was going to go find kind of like the Halloween video where I went to go look for spooky comics. Uh, I couldn't think of any like comic books where it's like this is specifically a Christmas comic. I'm sure if I did research I could probably find Christmas Christmas themed comics. Uh, but anyway, uh, also you might notice that the shooting location is different. This is a different part of the different area. Uh, Mostly because my Christmas tree is actually sitting right where I shoot the video. So rather than move the Christmas tree, I actually decided to shoot in just a different location facing a different bookshelf. So this is, and honestly, when I got the package, I was like, what is this? And I'm like, I didn't even know what I was looking at. And then I realized, oh, this is that thing. So during the Comic Con I was at, I took a comic book explicitly to get it signed by a comic book artist. And I got it witnessed, so normally when you would get something signed, it would get a green label because if there's not a witness, then it's a green label because it's considered defacement of the comic book unless a witness is present. So this one I actually went through the effort of getting something signed and having it graded. So technically it could be a gold label, but it could also still be a green label if pages are missing, or if there was any touch up done on the comic, it could be a purple label. I'm not sure how it supersedes it, but ideally if you get something signed in front of a witness, it's considered a gold label. Now I don't know the grade of this comic book, so it's still, I guess, that grade. So we're going to see if A, it's going to be gold, and B, if it's going to, what the grade on it is. Now, looking at the comic, I remember it was an Amazing Spider-Man comic. I'm trying not to look over at it. Uh, it was an Amazing Spider-Man with a hologram graphic cover, signed by Mark Bagley. So we're looking at a gold label, and I'm thinking, I'm going to say probably an 8. So here's the comic. All right. I automatically now know it's a gold label, so there was nothing missing from the comic. And this is officially recognized as a gold Mark Bagley signed comic. Now, for those of you who don't know who Mark Bagley is, he's known for drawing Spider-Man. He's drawn more Spider-Man comics than almost anyone. I think the only people who could come close is like John Romita Jr. I'd say that's about it. There's like Mark Bagley is known for drawing Spider-Man. He drew Spider-Man for Ultimate Spider-Man. By getting that out of the way, so we have a gold label, which will be my first gold label, might be my only gold label. But this is a gold label Amazing Spider-Man comic. I kind of forget the number. I think it's around the 300s. All right. And again, I'm going to say it's going to be an 8.0. It's actually this one. All right, coming in at a sizable 9.4. It's an Amazing Spider. Oh, all right. So this is an Amazing Spider-Man. It's just Spider-Man. So it's the adjectiveless Spider-Man from when Todd McFarlane wrote it, like when Todd McFarlane created it. Looks good. I actually, you can see his signature. He signed right on the hologram, right where you probably want him to sign. And honestly, when in the hustle and bustle of it, I actually didn't really look at the signature that much. I just like got it signed, handed it over to the witness, and then he sent it to CGC. So I didn't really talk to Mark. I didn't look at Mark Bagley's signature very much. It's pretty cool. I had a plan to get something else signed there, but the person who I wanted to get the signature from didn't show up, so and probably due to personal issues, hopefully he'll come next year, and I can get the same comic book signed. Yeah, a Gold Series hologram on cover, gatefold poster by Ron Lim, and it says, oh, it even says when it was signed on 9/23/23. So yeah, this is again a gold label Spider-Man, and it scored a 9.4, which I honestly, when I picked it up, when I found out that certain pencilers were going to be there, certain guys were there to sign comic books, I went through all my comic books to find something that was uh I went through the effort of looking through all my loose issues of comics to see if there's anything that would be good for someone to sign. This is probably one of the better ones. And now I don't want to spoil the guy because he might come back, and that's when I'll get him to sign it. But the only one I really got was like I had two comic books there, and I didn't get the other one signed, and one was this one by Mark Bagley. And again, it's really nice. But now I'm more prepared. Like I picked up a lot more single issues. I'm kind of ready for almost any comic book person to show up. Uh, with the exception of very, very few. Like I think I got it. Like I think I got a good amount of people. I probably have comic books that I could get signed from Todd McFarlane. I got stuff that I could get signed from uh, Tom Sterling. I have stuff that I can get signed from Larry Hama. Just all the guys who make the rounds. Actually, I don't believe that. Uh, Todd McFarlane ever comes out here. I've never heard. I haven't heard if Todd McFarlane comes out to my neck of the woods, but if he does, I'm ready. I actually could probably get him to, because I do have a Spider-Man #1. I actually have that. Todd McFarlane could totally sign that Silver Spider-Man #1 I picked up at the same convention. I was thinking I also got some spawns and that. Well, anyway, so yeah, my first gold label, and I was actually there for the signing. Some people just buy the gold labels off auction sites, and that's cool, but it's nice to actually go through the effort of getting one because you get to meet the writer. I'm sorry, the artist or the writer, because you can get you can get the writer or the penciler to sign, or both if they're at the same convention. But yeah, so gold label. I was a little hesitant because I'm like, oh, I've had it happen before where I sent comic books in and I thought they were intact or I thought they were perfect the way they were, and then I get them back as green and purple. We've all seen me do that. But yeah, my gold label Spider-Man, pretty good. Again, the hard part is actually knowing what the price is, because if I look online, I'd only be able to see what a blue label is worth, and the gold labels are worth more than a blue label because they're actually signed in on and witnessed to be signed by the actual person But so I'm not sure if I don't think Mark Bagley would be watching this video, but if you're out there watching this video, Mark Bagley, thank you for signing my book. Thank you very much. And again, I didn't tell you at the convention, but this is my first gold label. So thank you for helping me realize that dream. That said, I think that's about enough. Again, this will be probably the only video I release before Christmas, or before the holidays. So, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. To those who don't celebrate Christmas, Happy Holidays to you. And everybody celebrates New Year, so Happy New Year's. And I'll see you in the next year. Maybe I'll see you before, because I have some CGC books still out there, but I don't think I'll get them back before the new year. And I'm going to try to submit more books to the CGC, because I really just got to start doing that. I have probably a stack this thick of books that I need to get sent out there, and while it will still take time to get them back, I could probably submit stuff and then get them back more, so they come back in more of a episode, uniform episode, like maybe once or twice a month. I don't know if I'll ever get that level of I don't know if I'll get that level of consistency. I kind of wish I could get that level of consistency, but A, I don't have that many books worth grading, and B, um, grading is something where I send it out and then it comes back whenever it wants to. It's not a uniform 1 month, 2 months, 3 months. It's whenever they get back in, and sometimes it takes longer than others. I actually sent books out before this one, and they haven't come back yet. I'm thinking it's probably the convention season was just this last summer, fall. So, and people send a lot of stuff to CGC during conventions, so like I did. So CGC probably has their hands full with other stuff, but hopefully we'll get that back. And again, I was told I can't really submit anything for CGC through who I go through until next year. So, but I do have some pretty interesting books that I want to have graded. One of them is going to be one I just send out. It doesn't look like it's in the best condition, but I'm still going to send it out anyway, because this book, no matter how low it is in grading, it's still going to be pretty high. But I don't want to play guess that grade right now about the book, because I think I don't want to guess that grade right now, because then it's like, oh, you guessed the grade already, and I don't want to do that, but I'll wait till after he comes back. Other than that, again, happy holidays to everyone. Everyone who sees this video. And it's nice that I got a video in before Christmas, so that said, thank you for tuning in and have a wonderful day. Goodbye.